Hello everyone! So today I am going to talk about why it was like weird in my other video for me to be like, I vape now! So yes, I am a non-smoker, I guess, who has picked up vaping. And that is like super weird because vaping is usually like a gateway from analog cigarettes to quitting. Like that's like vaping is like the middle step between the two, but I'm like, I don't smoke, but I'm going to start. A little backstory about me is I'm not a non-smoker. Like, I do not smoke currently. I have not smoked since Obama came into office. And when people find that out about me, they're just like, so now that Obama's leaving office, are you going to pick up smoking? And I'm just like, no, but what a coincidence, right? Basically, I grew up around smokers. Everybody I knew smoked, and then, you know, when you go into high school, everybody smokes too. And then all my life, I have been very, like, non-smoking because smoking is terrible for you. It's bad for the environment. It smells bad. I don't want to breathe in your stinky secondhand smoke. Did a smoker once. That was a fucking terrible decision. The reason why I started smoking in the first place was because I had moved to New York for college and like everybody smokes here. Not to say that like it was like indirect peer pressure, but one day I saw someone smoking Jarum Blacks, the clove cigarettes, and I was like, whoa, those are really, really cool, and they don't smell that bad. And then someone's like, oh yeah, you know, you just like hold them in your, like the smoke in your mouth, you don't actually breathe it in because it's probably terrible for you. And I was a big fan of hookah, so I was like, I'll try it. So then I started smoking those. So then I did become a smoker, huh? So I smoked those. I tried like other cigarettes, but like cigarettes are just gross. So I never really got into smoking anything else other than Jarum Blacks. But then Obama came into office and he outlawed like all flavored cigarettes, and then like Jarum had to like reformulate, and then they tasted like crap. So I was just like, well, that's the end of smoking for me. I'm just gonna go and smoke hookah from now on, and that's what I did. And I actually haven't had hookah in very many years, so I have been smoke-free for a while. Now, when I did smoke, I would always ask my friends in the quest to try new cigarettes to go to Asia when they did and bring me back like cartons of Asian flavored cigarettes. And I was cleaning my room the other day because I am waiting to get my carpet replaced, and I found one pack of cigarettes, and here they are. So when I found them, the plastic wrap was still on them, but these are so old. They're from like 8 years ago, but I took the plastic off. I like smoked a few and I was like, this is awesome, but terrible for me, even though like the nicotine is so low. Like right there, like I can't remember which one's which, but one says like 0.1 and one says 1. So basically these are like smoking a straw. Right now I am currently doing like a tooth whitening video experiment. So as I was smoking like 5 of these in a row, I was just like, wow, this is actually not a good idea, because now after the smoke my teeth look more yellow than when I started. So I unwrapped these, and these are like 8 years old. Like seriously, fucking old. Yeah, I think these are 8 years old. And they weren't half bad for being so old, and I think it's thanks to the wrap being on it. But I just thought, and I was like, well, even if these are like environmentally friendly lady cigarettes, they still can't be good for me. And they stink, and I was smoking them in my room, which was awfully rude of me. I think the only reason why I actually opened these when I found them was because I'm going through a lot of shit right now in my life, and when I found these, it was like a sign that I should pick up smoking again. And so that's what I did. And on my 5th one, not that it was doing anything to me, but I was just like, this cannot be good for me. You know, there is a reason why these cigarettes are outlawed, and, you know, tobacco laws are being reformed and so strict now. So good old Google led me to vaping, And I was just like, okay, well, I think people who vape are assholes, and they just look like a bunch of douchebags when, you know, there's a crowd of them on the street and they're like, no, no, no. Like, it just looks so stupid. And every person who's vaped that I have had the pleasure of knowing is like a complete asshole. And so I just didn't like it. But then I like discovered that like in marijuana there is a there's like THC and CBD, and apparently CBD like does wonders for all of your problems in life, and it is legal in all 50 states and you can vape it. So I was just like, well, I really want to smoke again. Smoking is bad for me. Smoking alternative is vaping. CBD is supposed to be helping in whatever problems you have. Thinking about it and doing a lot of Googling, kind of, it just like made sense to me at that point in time. And so I was like, well, I looked up like cheap vapes. They were like 20 bucks. All I'm really losing is like $30, like 20 bucks for a vape, $10 for some cheap juice. You know, what do I have to lose? Aside from the fact that I'm now like huffing a fog machine all the time. So that's why I do that now. I still don't think that like vaping is cool or anything, and I feel terrible when I do it and self-conscious, and like it's not something that I do like in public because I hate how it looks. I think smoking looks bad, and I think vaping looks equally bad. Not to say that they're like bad, that's just my personal opinion. But yeah, so decided to give it a try, and I can't tell if it's helping me or not because it hasn't really been that much time. I have regular e-liquid and I have CBD e-liquid, but I kind of want to buy more CBD e-liquid to try because I keep like researching and you know, like everybody's like opinion or like all the websites that I'm visiting like say different things, so I'm not sure like which is what. And also like I do feel better like about my life all of a sudden, and I honestly don't know if that's just from the comforting action and old habit of smoking, or if it's because I'm like inhaling all this CBD and it's actually like having a positive effect on my brain and body. So that remains to be seen, and everybody knows that I love a good science experiment. So I'm gonna keep going. I have a couple more vapes now rather than just 2, and like I have different opinions on all of them, and I don't know, we'll see. But pretty much if anybody knows me personally and they're just like, why are you vaping? Like, you are very against smoking, you only smoke hookah, you have like put down all of your bad habits for like a healthier lifestyle. Why would you ruin like your healthy eating, you know, your sleeping, your like non-toxic life, like at least in like ingestion wise? Like my life is plenty toxic. Being like a big supporter of like clean eating, clean health, putting everything like good into your body and not putting any like poisons or anything bad because like your health is so important to you and you're just gonna start picking up vaping. Honestly, it's not because I want to pick up smoking as a habit, even though I really want to. I know that it's bad for me and I don't need all the tobacco and the nicotine and carcinogens and everything else that's bad with cigarettes. I'm not vaping because I think it's cool. But the biggest thing is because like I'm just trying to help myself. And those of you who know me know that I have like a lot of like problems, which is why all of the videos that I post are like so far backdated because I collect all of them and then post them so there's no really big gap. In reality, a lot of the time I'm just like laying in my bed going like, please someone kill me, because there's always something wrong with me, physical or otherwise. And so I'm just like, listen, I will do anything that I can to help myself, and if this is going to help me, even though there's like a bad connotation or like there might be a little bit of consequences down the road, because now apparently no one knows long-term health consequences because vaping is so new, fine, I'll try it. And I don't know, like, I feel a lot better, but we'll see. A lot of people look down on non-smokers who start vaping because they're like, why would you pick up another habit if you don't have one? Like, why would you start a bad habit if you don't have it already? And that's the reason why I don't think that I'm starting a bad habit, just because I am technically like an ex-smoker. Well, I am an ex-smoker, not technically an ex-smoker. I am an ex-smoker. So it's not like I haven't had, you know, like tobacco and nicotine in my system and know what it does. But this is the reason why I have picked up vaping, and like, if you agree or disagree, meh. But we'll see what the results yield in a couple months, I guess. Whether I start or whether I keep going or I stop remains to be seen. But for now, I'm kind of like picking up the hobby, buying a bunch of things, trying everything out to see what works best for me, and doing okay. Like, I'm having a pretty good time going online, looking at all the cool vapes and the colors, and buying shit I don't need, but we'll see how soon that stops. But that's it for today. So until next time, see you guys later. Goodbye.